Hi, welcome to Dave's Nano Tanks. Today we're going to talk about the Chinese black boxes. Since I have three of them, I thought I'd go over a couple of the differences and a couple of shots of my tank, and that's all I've ever had on it is the Chinese black box. Seeing the BRS video made me think maybe we would like a different perspective, maybe by somebody who uses the light, not by somebody who is not going to sell you the light or compare it to an $800 light. I'm not saying their video was inaccurate, and I appreciated all the par readings, even though they ran them at 100% with the white full spectrum and blue at the same time, which is something nobody would ever do. But I guess that's the way they run their lights and test their lights. So again, not to disrespect BRS in any way, I do appreciate and watch all of their videos. I just thought, since I have three, and all three are pretty much different, as you can see there, just on the blue channel, how each one has a different amount of blue and purple, and when the whites come on, you see different colors too. And I will go over each one separately, and well, I guess we'll even take them apart and take a look inside too. That middle one I have there is a Mars Aqua, and I just hung it in the middle, and I usually just run it on the blue channel, and the whites never come on it. It's really for a new build that I'm working on. So let's get to it. So I have three of these Chinese black box LED lights, and all three have a different name, and all three are different. So what's the same about them? Well, they're all 165 watt lights, which means we have 5 rows of 11 LEDs. That's 55 LEDs, and they're each 3 watts. So that's what makes them 165 watts. What else is the same? Their general appearance and the box that they are built in. They all measure almost 16 inches by about 8.5 inches. Okay. They're also quite similar in the back. And turning them around, we'll see that they have 2 fans, 2 plugs, 2 switches, 2 dimmers. I don't know why this one's upside down, but I guess the 2 on the bottom are very similar. As you can see, the first difference you'll see is the Mars Aqua includes not only the regular computer plugs that we're used to in the United States, it has 2 of these, I guess, European style plugs as well. Which means this one probably can go, just get shipped out either place, no problem, ready to rock. And the dimmer switches are located a little different, and we get round switches, on and off switches. They all have the exact same hanging kit. Dare we call it a hanging kit? I don't know. It does work, but it's this wire with these clips, all identical, hardware and everything. Now on the bottom 2, you'll notice they're even more similar with the layout. They don't have the European plugs, and they're pretty much populated the same. This EverGrow gives you illuminated on and off switches, meaning when they're on, they're lit up. Whereas this one, they don't illuminate, but you do get cool yellow fans in the light time tunnel. So, you know, what do you want? You want switches that light up or cool yellow fans? It doesn't matter. But that's probably what was laying around. So you'll see this one says EverGrow, and the light time tunnel on the back just says LED aquarium light, which, you know, doesn't say reef. This one just says LED light, and this one just says EverGrow. But we can get into the, I don't think it really matters what's on here. What we're looking at is what's the same, and now we'll talk about what's different. Let's start with the Mars Aqua, since it's pretty much the brand name that people refer to. Okay, they all have a blue channel and a full spectrum channel is what they call it. Now let's see, I think this is the blue channel here. Yes. Now what you can't see on the video is that there are 27 lights, I believe, and they are all the exact color blue, an actinic blue. So there's that. Now I'm going to turn that channel off, and I'll turn on the white full spectrum channel. And again, you may have trouble picking out the colors, but what I'm seeing is a green and a green, a red and a red, and then blue, 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 and it's a slightly different blue than the other blues, but not by much. It has a little green hue to it, and this is only what my eye can pick up. I don't have any of the proper tools to measure light color. I don't even have a PAR, so we won't be doing PAR either. BRS did a full spectrum PAR on one of the brands. They said it was the most popular one, so I'd assume it was a Mars Aqua. So there is a good BRS video. Right. So, yeah, I'm seeing the blues across there, and then a mixture of cool whites and warm whites. These have a little more yellow to them. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Kind of scattered, but in a particular pattern. And then the rest are these brighter whites. They're very white, not yellow at all. So that's what we got there. Now the light time tunnel. Let's see, what changed? Well, our background is white, or it was black on the Mars Aqua. Also the lights, the lenses themselves, are more crystal clear in the center and a slightly opaque ring around them, whereas the Mars Aqua lights had this diffused crystal look on the LED lenses. So that's a little different. But other than that, the mounting board is black on this, and it's white on here. Also, from the side angle, we have two screws on the Mars Aqua. The light time tunnel only has one side screw. They both have the two up here. And also there are visible numbers on this Mars Aqua. I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth, but if you can see that there's numbers in there, so that may be a numbering of the board. There may be different ways they populate the board. So that might be where the total blue spectrum comes in. But let's see, which side's the blue channel now? I'm going to take a guess. Yes, this is the blue channel. And again, what you can't see, and what I can see, is on this one, they're almost all the same blue, actinic blue like the other one. But these four lights here, there are four lights that are definitely purple compared to the other blues. So we've got actinic lights with added purple. Let's see what we're seeing over here. Okay, they move some of the stuff around, but I am seeing the same colors. Well, actually no. Two reds. So we have four reds. Mars only had two reds. We have two greens and no blue on the full spectrum side, which is fine because when they're all on, you're getting blues as well. But you're not getting as many bulbs of blue as you do on the Mars Aqua. Alright, then your warmer whites are on the outer ridge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all of these whites in the middle are your brighter whites. So, we've got populated differently the board. And that's everybody. So, must look like really good on my camera. Alright, let's hold on. Let's bring the next one out. Okay, on the third one, we still have the same white background. The LED lenses are again different. They are all clear now without the opaque ring around them. And other than that, the paint's a little higher gloss, which out of the three lights, the paint doesn't match. We're very gloss here, we're satin black there, and we're gray on the Mars Aqua. So, you know, as I evolved from a nano tank to the next tank to the next tank, you really have to buy all of your lights if you're getting more than one at the same time from the same supplier. Okay, so from the EverGrow, I'm going to guess again, blue. Yes, here's the blue. Now, what did we have last time? We had a little diamond shape in the middle of 4 lights that were purple. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it on here, but we are a lot more purple. Let me count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of the 27 lights are this more purple color than your true actinic blue. So people that have followed my channel and have seen full on, where I've had the whole tank on with the blue lights. One side of my tank is purple. That's the side this light is on. Okay, so we get a lot more purple. I'm gonna shut that off. I'm gonna put this on. Whoa, camera adjustment. And what am I seeing here? I'm seeing more like the light tunnel on here. Our white spectrum is almost, or our full spectrum is almost the same as the light time tunnel. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the outers. That is our warm whites. The rest in the middle are all of our bright whites. And we have 2 greens and 4 reds. So that's the same. I guess you guys want me to crack them all open too, so hang on. Alright, inside the Mars Aqua, kind of what we expect to see. Here's your plugs. Go to your switches. Then we have this little onboard potentiometer dimmer. So our power comes from the switch, goes into the transformer or power supply. That would step it down to DC volts for the LEDs. And this obviously has some kind of LED driver in it that allows you to use this dimmer. So we'll take the cover off of one of these, see if we got a real switching power source or not. Let's see what's inside. Hang on, they seem to be a little sealed. Okay, I just had to pry up on it a little bit, and I didn't want to break my light on live TV here. So I take the back off, pull the power supply out, and okay, I'm not seeing a true switching power supply. What I'm seeing is a step-down transformer and then a circuit that allows for the dimming without getting your LED lights to start flashing when they're not getting enough voltage. So let's see if we can close in on here a little bit more. One thing they mentioned on the BRS video is there is no UL listing, so I'm kind of looking around on the board to see if I see something that is UL listed. I'm not making it out. But I'm also not seeing anything like overly sloppy. And like I had said, when things get copied in China, they'll copy something that has a UL listing. They may not pay for the UL listing or worry about getting it. But like I'm seeing a heat shield or a heat sink where I need to see one on the transistors. That's just a little glue. That's not a wire actually jumping across there. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything hazardous. I mean, I am not the UL Commission, but I don't see any reason why these are catching fire, so to speak. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing inside this. I'm gonna pop open the other two and we'll see if there's any major differences. Alright, so I opened up the other two. This one had a slightly different way of holding down these LED drivers, and they are populated slightly different, just meaning the positioning of the components, but they are the same components. I'm going to say that these other two, this light tunnel and this EverGrow, are a copy of the Mars Aqua. So they didn't have some type of license for the Mars Aqua, so they copied it. Or they just buy their LED drivers from a different person and save a few bucks. But now, I can't say that if you buy that Mars Aqua, you're going to get that populated light board, as opposed to if you buy this EverGrow, you will get more reds, and if you buy the light tunnel, you will get less reds. I don't even know if that's a thing. Between the light tunnel and the EverGrow, it's almost the same darn light. I mean, right down to the placement of screws and everything else. The Mars Aqua looks to be built a little better, and I think I spent $5 or $10 more for it. They were all under $100 delivered. I think the light tunnel I got Amazon Prime, and I ordered it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I got it about 2-3 p.m. same day. And I believe that one was about $89. But I'm going to try and find links, and I'll link them. I've bought them all within the last 6 months, I think. So I think I could put all the links down in the description for you. So, it kind of is what it is with these lights. You've seen my tank. They do grow coral. I'm not getting any kind of extra special growing or super growth out of my SPS especially. Certain corals I am getting a lot of growth out of. But do they work? Yes, they work. Are they the best? Of course not. But they're probably the most inexpensive light for a reef tank out there. And will they catch fire? Well, gee, I don't know. That was the first I heard of that on the BRS video. And I've never heard of anybody whose light caught fire. And if anybody knows firsthand experience that, I know this guy and his light caught fire, leave that in the comments, because I'd just like to know, is this just one of those things that has gone around that maybe one person said they aren't safe and somebody else turned it into somebody's caught fire, or do you actually know somebody's who caught fire? I'm just curious to know. So I think they're built as well as anything else. And as far as breaking it down all the way, I'm not going to take out the heat shields, but with this amount of fans blowing on this heat shield, same thing like I said with the UFOs, that's all you need. These are not, you're talking about maybe a Kessel or even a Radion where they're clustered so close together and you have the same amount of watts in the light. Yeah, you need one of those heat sinks that's finned, But on this light, the way they're spread out with two fans blowing on them in this big box that's grill vented all around, there's nothing wrong with that heat sink. Trust me, if you've ever tried to unsolder one of the LEDs from that heat sink, you'll know it's a damn good heat sink. So, in general, you get what you pay for. They will grow coral. If you're reefing on a budget, this is the light for you. If you want something with a little more controllability, because this you can turn up and down your blue channel and you can turn up and down your other channel. You can't tweak the reds, you can't do any of that cool stuff. They are not Wi-Fi. There is a Wi-Fi, there isn't a Wi-Fi version of this, but there is an electronic timer version of this. The way I'm using these lights right now is with regular dial timers, and it works. They don't ramp up. They will just, they're on or off depending on where you left the dial. So it may sound like a mixed review, but I like them. I use them. I know what I was expecting for the money I spent, and they will work. If you've got more money and you want a better light, get it. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Let me put all my lights back together so my corals have light tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time.